Yes, I'm here. Hi, Marta.
Hi, Anton. How are you?
I'm great. Greetings from the Dutch fans. They all
Thank
love
you.
you.
Heel goed.
Yeah. We are very curious. Your Dutch background, you already mentioned that. How is it still visible in your own life? And for example, would you consider visiting Holland to show your children your Dutch heritage and your husband?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
can you tell
Um,
something about it?
the first time I went to Holland, I was 23, that I could remember. I'd gone when I was younger. My great grandmother was still alive, living in Bozegem, which is where my great uncle still lives, in a thatched roof house that they were all born in.
Yeah.
So, and it really, I didn't really fit in Australia for many years. I mainly stayed in the theatre because I couldn't really get a job on screen. People would look at me and I didn't quite fit the Australian model of being sort of slight and vulnerable and sweet. And so when I arrived in Holland, I remember looking around at all these cheeky, well-heeled, with very good sort of cheekbones and facial structures.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is my home. This is where I'm from. And I think going there helped me understand what I did have to offer this industry. And that was a really strong, no bullshit, but also quite cheeky. The Dutch are incredibly cheeky people who understand storytelling, and it's central to their joie de vivre, I think. So yeah, I suddenly became quite confident. I think I brought that back, and I thought, no, I can be a woman in this country that's been brought up in this culture and yet have what I look like be okay. So it was a big turning point for me, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answered your question. But
Well, mostly, but would you consider visiting again?
of course, yeah, my children have to come there. It's just
Yeah.
they're not quite old enough yet to fully appreciate it. And also, I've been shooting now the
Yeah.
various shows I do for quite some time. So I'm just waiting for a break. In a Dutch way, he's dying.
Yeah. Do you want
Very
me to speak Dutch to you or not?
no, I don't understand it,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
But you can speak some Dutch, don't you?
In klein beetje.
Yeah. Well, that's good enough. Well, I just wanted to say that the Dutch fans are so happy that you're there. You know, they love you and they give their greetings. And I have one special greeting from my brother who has Down syndrome, and he's a big
Yeah.
fan of Sarah too. And he doesn't speak English or can understand English, but he always watches the show and he's enjoying what you're doing. So
Thank you
that's
so much. What's his
yeah.
name?
And Marco,
Marco.
Marco.
Thank you,
Yes.
Marco.
Yeah.